Well, hello. I hope you all like that discussion about how often we wash our hair. Some insider gossip there. Look, do you love K-pop so much that you can't just listen to the music? You actually have to do more. Well, lots of us feel like that. Today we're going to be talking about K-pop hobbies, crafts, whatever outside, whatever you do to obsess more about K-pop. Me, I started a K-pop channel at the ripe old age of 51 because I needed to be involved in K-pop more. I needed to meet more K-pop fans. And look, here I am with these bunch of old hags. Anyway, so
ancient crones. Hey, listen, Brooke, you're over 20.
You're over 20 in K-pop.
Apparently, we're decrepit beings crawling dead on our arthritic limbs towards the end time.
Today's panel we have Natalia, Brooke, Toya, Sui with the lovely Spawn Toto, and Amanda. And also now Tina is new to Road to Hagdom. She's been on one of our reaction shows that I don't think I've even edited and put up yet, but I'll do that soon. I can't even remember which one was it.
Monster X.
Monster X. Okay, look, guys, you know I'm behind in editing. Just kill me. Tina, as we ask everyone who's new to the show, how did you get into K-pop? What got you into this whole mess?
Well, I'm a dance teacher at a performing arts school. And back in 2018, I was starting at a new school, and I was trying to get a read on what the kids liked. And I had them all recommend songs and music and different genres and things that I could choreograph to make the class more interesting for them. So one of my students was really into K-pop, and I had heard of it, but wasn't really involved at all. And so she gave me a list like this long, like a whole page of songs. But she was really thorough. She put like BTS songs, and she put NCT songs, and she put bunches of different people. She didn't just give me like one or two options. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go down this list and just start looking. And before I knew it, I was like sucked in. I think
here you are.
I think it was NCT
down here at the bottom of the well with us.
It was NCT Fire Truck, because I was able to use that I taught kindergarten through 8th grade. And I was able to use that for like warm-ups and stuff, and the kids just loved it because they could go whoop whoop.
Yeah.
It was so anyway,
one of your favorite groups. Who are your other faves?
Oh, well, pretty much everyone. SM, NCT is my ultimate, but Super M, EXO, Shiny. I mean, I'm starting to get into more of the girls. Obviously, Monster X, TXT. I'm just slowly
multi-highlight the rest of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
2NE1. I'm a huge CL fan. Can't stop.
Okay. So what we're going to do today is just go around and have a look at some of hear about some of the crafts that you do, how you got into them. Also, let me know. What came first? Were you already doing some of these crafts before you got into K-pop, and then you transitioned to make it to K-pop, or did you start doing the crafts because of K-pop? Were you inspired by K-pop to do the crafts? Actually, first, before we go, look, the lovely Kirsty couldn't actually be here today. She might pop in later. I've asked her to pop in later in the show if she can, but I just thought I'd show you now. Kirsty actually has her interest, or her hobby is actually a YouTube channel. So she actually has a YouTube channel. Have a look in the link. For everyone on the show today, there's links in the description as to their socials. Kirsty has a YouTube channel called Outspoken Artistry, and she actually does a lot of unboxings, a lot of coverage of cut sleeve events, and she also helps organise events and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what she does. And I think Sui and Toto also have a YouTube channel as well, but they can tell you about that because that's one of their interests as well. But they've got some other interests. Don't let them fool you. They're not just fabulous YouTubers. Okay, Natalia, let us know. Tell us about your hobbies.
Okay,
and so were they pre-K-pop, or did you start with K-pop?
Yes, all of my hobbies were pre-K-pop. because I am I've always just been someone who just liked to do things, but not active things. So all of my sisters were really into sports, and I was really not into sports. I know, with my athletic physique, how could you
Same.
But like, so I got really into like arts and crafts and drawing and painting and coloring, and then I was a graphic designer for many years, and so I got into digital art when I was in high school, and all through college I did that, and photography. And since I was about, I'd say, 6 years old, I was doing like cross stitching and like yarn crafts and things. And more recently I went down, you know how sometimes you're on YouTube and then you just start watching videos and then they lead to new videos, and then, you know, eventually I got really obsessed with like resin craft and 3D printing. So I got into 3D printing and making molds and resin, and it never ends, and it costs a lot of money.
Oh, sorry, I left the mic on there.
And, you know, it be what it be. But so I make stickers. I do a lot of K-pop, K-drama, and BL themed embroidery. I also have a very recent Twitch channel where every Tuesday night I do a craft, a K-pop, K-drama, or BL themed craft.
And I've dropped the link. I've dropped the link to Twitch in the description.
Anyone can come, and I put the pattern up for what I'm doing for free, and anyone can come download it. And yeah, so I, you know,
some of your, and you have a store. You have a store.
I do. I sell stickers. I have like, I have some with me because
let's have a look at some of your stickers. Let's have a look at some of your stickers. So these are watercolor looking ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have like two main styles. Yeah, and then so that's like one of them, and the other one's more of a cartoonish style. So
I have the one.
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah, I'm. So yeah, and then I do for every month. I have like a sticker club, so they get planner stickers and a sheet of stickers and a loose stickers and photo stickers, and we have a good time over at the sticker club.
And here's some of your embroidery.
Yeah, so I do like portraits and stuff of this nature. I also brought with me my biggest project. The Minji one was actually the first K-pop one I ever did.
Is that Juhan?
It is. So that was one that we just did on the stream 2 weeks ago with IU.
So pretty.
This is a full.
I love that.
That's good.
So
I like it.
Yeah, so I just do this sort of stuff to it really. And the worst part about this is that all of these hang above my bed, so like my husband gets to experience all of these often.
And look at these. These are fabulous. Now tell us about these. And
okay, so this
was these.
So I this was part of my resin craft situation where I designed, and I was very tired of trying to figure out ways to display my light stick holders or my light sticks. So I 3D modeled and then printed and then made a mold of and then made resin light stick holders that I then put like the logo of the group on, except for 17 because I haven't cut it out yet. And then it has a little thing for, you know, a photo card and everything. And then they stand on my shelf so they don't fall, well, except for that one time that the EXO light stick during a stream where the EXO light stick took a tumble because my next door neighbors were banging on the walls. I actually did bring my biggest embroidery project that I did, which was for this jean jacket where I did a Felix bias.
That's amazing.
So,
Yeah.
So it's got on the front, we got 5-star Michelin. We got the light stick. We got another little portrait here, and then down at the bottom, it says "Come here, bro." So, yeah. So,
I'm sorry, but it should say my sausage.
Only Felix, come here, bro. Yeah, and then this is the one I just finished that I'm turning into a patch for something else. It's Lee June, my boy. Yeah. So, and then we also do coloring on the art stream. So for people who don't do embroideries, this was this week's where we did.
I slept in this week. I missed it.
Well, that's because it's too early for you. It's fine.
It is a bit early for me.
So my whole life is arts and crafts, and it's not even. It's sad now. It's getting.
I have interest. They get out of control.
Yeah, it spirals so quickly.
Yeah. Brooke. Now, Brooke said she's just starting with some crafts, but she's here for some inspiration as well. So, Brooke, tell us about what you've been crafting, and when did you decide to start crafting K-pop stuff?
Well, I learned how to crochet from my grandma when I was 7 or 8. I was pretty young, and just a few years ago, well, not a few years ago, it's been a while now, I got into making amigurumi, like stuffed animals with crochet. And for most of the time that I've been doing that, I've actually been sticking more to like, I have like an army of Totoros and some Pokemon.
Love it.
Yeah, just recently I was in the store and I saw this yarn and I was just like, that is the most perfect purple for BTS. So I decided to make a little purple whale friend.
Nice.
And it just like reminded me of BTS, their whole whale thing. And I made it black on the bottom, but if I had made it white, it would have just been the mascot for their newest like mobile game.
That's a gorgeous color.
It's so cute.
I know. I saw it in the store and I was like, that's perfect. But yeah.
Will you be doing some more of these? Have you got plans for more?
Yeah, I know I've shown you all, but I made a mint chocolate one.
Oh my god.
So
cute. My favorite.
Thank you. It was this one's tangentially related to K-pop because when I was in Korea, that was like during the mint chocolate explosion that happened, and there was mint chocolate everywhere. So I was just like, I could just make a friend and then remember that time. And I'm one of the people that loves mint chocolate, so I had a great time.
Same.
But yeah, there's a lot of people, they're like, we drink the mint chocolate stuff, but we hate it. So yeah.
Why do you think you don't like?
Because it's popular.
Okay. It's popular. Oh my god. Okay. Tina, what have you got for us? Oh, I know. Well, I know what you've got because I've seen some of your gorgeous stuff on Twitter. But tell us about your craft.
Well, my craft started during the pandemic. When I was stuck at home and couldn't do anything, when we were kind of locked in. Early back, like 2020-ish, and I was ordering a lot of merch, like a lot of
yes.
As one does.
A few people in this, few people on the Hags.
Spending a lot of money.
I don't have a problem. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, Brooke.
You all,
I'm in the same chat you are.
We understand.
I'm in the same chat.
So when you get your albums and stuff and you have like 20 sticker sheets of the same thing and a bunch of postcards and all these duplicates of things that you end up with, that you either can't offload to friends or sell on eBay or any of that, you end up still with piles of extra stuff. So, enabler us, it's me. So I also collect other things like boxes, like someone will send me something or I'll buy something on Amazon or whatever. And I'll be like, oh, that's a nice box. I shouldn't throw it away. I might need to use it for something, right? So I have these random boxes sitting around. One of my students sent me or gave me a Bath & Body Works set, that had this gorgeous blue box. That I'm like, there's no way I'm throwing this box away. It's too nice, So I decided to make a box to put a lot of my K-pop stuff in. So this is the first one I made, shiny. The colors I saw, I'm like, I'm like,
so
who am I going to
cute.
make this? I'm like, it's got to be shiny. I mean, like,
I'm
the
going to show
colors
you the.
just
Yeah.
completely go with it,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Oh,
So it
Mhm.
had
have a
this
look.
cute red bow and everything. So, and I'm like, I can use that. I'll store some of all my K-pop stuff in there. So like
Good
right now
idea.
it's full of posters. It's like it's
Oh.
full of posts. It's full of like all the extra posters and things that I don't know where to put. All the folded posters. So this entire box is full of folded posters. So like I
Good
decided
idea.
to use the craft to use up my stuff and store my stuff.
All right.
Makes
The
sense.
one I
Let's
like.
have a look.
The
I've
one
got
I
some photos.
So useful.
yeah, I got
So useful
some
too.
other.
Oh my god,
That's
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 so
my
cute.
current favorite one.
Gorgeous. Yeah,
I made
this
that
is
from
gorgeous.
that box was a Kylie Jenner lipstick set box came in it, and it had the little drips on it, you know. And all I did was add. I saw that and I'm like, that kind of screams hot sauce to me. So I stuck all the little stickers that came in the hot sauce thing.
Gorgeous.
And the top cover is like, you know, when you get the CD and there's that extra insert there from what's it called, with the pink bear. You know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
I cut that little piece off and it fit on there perfectly. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna glue that on there.
Well, that sounds like
And so-
crafting fate.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna put hot sauce in it, but like little packets and little bottles. I have these tiny mini Tabascos and stuff,
Oh.
but I don't have enough. So right now it's holding like all these. It's holding all these little like things that don't fit anywhere. Like when you get little
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
or
We
it
know
fits.
those.
It fits Polaroids really well.
Nice.
So
Oh.
I've just been
And
trying to
then-
like make the stuff fit the box.
Yeah.
You know.
I keep all my
We saw-
photo cards in the box that the 17 light stick came in because it was so pretty that I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep this.
This one actually was a lingerie box. I had bought some crazy lingerie, and I'm
How
like,
appropriate.
Yeah, so I'm saying that seems
It works.
on
that's gonna be the
brand.
Loveholic box then, I guess. And I had all these little like flowers and rhinestones and weird things and ribbons and trim from things, and I'm like, I'm just gonna so like if you have glue and stickers and you know sticky back stuff that needs to be used up,
can do
I think
anything.
those were little pieces of trim. Just glue it on in a way that works, and
Yeah.
you can use it.
I really, yeah, they're gorgeous. They,
Thank you.
God, I wish I
And
had,
I'm not
you
the
know.
craftiest person, so I didn't
Well,
have any crafty
I mean-
aspirations prior to this. So
Well, this
It's
seems
just
pretty
kinda-
crafty to me, so maybe you
I'm
are a
just
crafty
saying.
person
Now.
and you didn't
Yeah.
realize
Seems
that.
very, very crafty.
Just
All right.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Toya,
Howdy.
I think we know from your title there what your craft might be.
Just possibly
Mystery.
you might know. Is it? So I've been knitting for probably 20 odd years now. 20.
Same, girl. Same.
We can't do maths. It's all right. We don't know maths.
Very, very, very long time. Before that, though, I was a cross stitcher. But I like to grow my nails out, and holding the needles ain't exactly great. I mean, I still do it, but it's a little harder threading them
Yeah,
with long
I
nails.
gotta tape up my fingers with medical tape before I do a project.
Yeah, same. But I wanted something that it was along the same lines, and I saw a book in Michael's, and it said, teach me how to knit. And I was like, okay. So I got it and taught myself pretty much how to knit. It was very, very basic at first. Just everyone was getting scarves. Here you go. Here's a scarf for you. Here's a scarf for you. Here's a scarf for you. And here's a scarf for you. Much like Natalia, YouTube is the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute devil. It was like 2019. I started knitting again. But I have like the hardest time picking colors. Like, even though they have like the variegated yarns, if you get like more than one yarn, I'd be like, what color combination goes together? And I went, hold on, what is in my life that has natural colors? Wait a minute. Wait, every groups have fandom colors. I'll start there. So my first ever thing I made was EXO with the most boringest color in the world, Cosmic Latte.
You mean tan? You mean
Okay.
tan beige?
A beige,
Beige.
white,
Tell
ivory.
us
I don't know what the
anymore.
hell that color is.
I
Made
think we're going to play a
with it, hated
game.
it. Hated it.
We're going to play a game. We're going to have a look at your scarves, and we're going to guess which group they're for.
Ooh.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Okay.
I don't know.
Do
Let's
it.
have a look at. Look, I just thought it'd be fun because I was trying to guess. Okay, so some of them look pretty obvious, some of them don't. So what do we think this is? I think that's shiny.
Yeah, I also think that's shiny.
That's shiny.
Something's telling me it's coming to me. Shiny. Yes.
Shiny.
Well, and everyone in the chat, you tell us too. What was that, Toya?
It is shiny. That's actually a blanket I made for Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Made it for Mike. He asked, and I was like, why
yes,
not? I make it every freaking day.
All right, here's another one. Let's do another one.
Black. One
Black.
What's the other
Rainbow.
word? Maybe like
Black pink, maybe.
Blackpink is correct. So someone on Twitter said their daughter was a huge fan of Blackpink, and I made it for her. So people, I just put a lot of knitting tags in my and I always put, K-pop, blah blah blah. She reached out and I said, sure, why the heck not?
Yeah,
I knit anyway.
I think this one is.
Mm.
Is it 17?
Nope.
No, damn.
Anyone?
No. What is it, Toya?
It is EXID. So the mom was a fan of EXID. And so she asked at the same time if I could make one for her daughter, the Blackpink one, and if I could make her one for EXID. So I said, sure. Why? I didn't even know they had colors once again. And I went,
I didn't.
oh, these are pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this one.
Ooh.
That's really, I love that.
It's gorgeous, but I have no idea.
It's hard because a lot of them have like purple or lilac or like there's
Yeah.
a bunch of
Mhm.
groups with like a purpley color.
Who's that one, Toya?
That is very, very. So
Okay. I didn't know.
that one, I was just like, let's see what this looks like. It's really, 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 really big. And I actually ended up, someone at my church bought it because I was making it at church. And she goes, I really
Little
like
do
that.
they
And I said,
know.
oh,
Little
okay.
do they
Say,
know.
do you like K-pop then? You must like K-pop here.
so many people have no idea when I finish their product, that's where their colors are from.
Okay, I feel like I know what this one is. Does anyone? This is
This is
I
another
wonder.
toughie. This is another toughie.
when you put it together with your alt group. Tell us, is that got 7?
No, that is actually
NCT.
NCT.
I knew it was one of them. I knew it was one of
Think
them.
of the light stick. Think of the light
Yeah.
stick.
Yep. Think of the light
Yeah,
stick. That's the easiest way to think of the light stick. So once again, someone from Twitter reached out, and I was doing, I think, something else from NCT, and she goes, "Can you make it like the light stick?" And I said, "Sure."
Damn.
Why not?
I said, "Absolutely."
All right, last one. What's this?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Is it ATs?
Nope, they do not have official colors.
It reminds me
No,
of
but we
ATs.
made it. We made it orange.
Yeah.
We decided it's orange. I don't know. I give up.
Ready? It is Cosmic Girls. So Jung Sonyu. So that is actually one of the only patterns I've ever found where the pattern matches the color, and I went, okay, pretty natural. That works.
Nice.
So there you go.
Cool. And I know for a fact you actually do some t-shirts as well because you made me a hag one.
Correct.
Got on.
I made you have one. So I
Did you
made
make
somebody
that one
else
you're wearing?
onesies. Every once in a while, I'll pull out the Cricut and make some shirts for people.
Cricut.
But, yeah.
God bless. God bless.
Cricut.
Thank you very
From
much.
the heavens
I think
above.
you made one for me too.
Cricket from the heavens above. God bless Cricket.
Right. Speaking of t-shirts, Sue,
Are we up?
Tell us about your obsession.
Well, we have a couple of things, but I guess what we've kind of done the most of is t-shirts. I'm wearing one of my favorites,
Oh yes,
and This shirt I actually made for Katie, who's in the chat, I think, and I liked it so much I had to make one for myself too. So, and we started doing. I think we were doing some T-shirts a little bit before K-pop, just the iron-on thing, that you print out of your printer and iron it on. We did a few of those before K-pop, and so when K-pop happened, we were like, okay, we're gonna totally do that with our T-shirts. So we started out with iron-on ones. Here's one of my first ones. I thought you would get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
There.
Wow. Oh, yes. I need that.
This is, you can see it kind of.
You can see how awful it is.
It doesn't look very
because of the iron-on thing.
Yeah.
Listen,
So,
you were learning. You were doing your best,
But then we got a screen printer thing for Christmas one year, and it literally sat in my room for like 2 or 3 years because I was so
scared.
Intimidated by how to do it. But during the pandemic, when we were bored, sitting when the pandemic started, and we were sitting here, we're like, let's learn how and figure out how to screen print a T-shirt. And so that's when we went kind of crazy and we figured it out and started doing tons of them. So we've got, she brought the screen. I don't know. It's not, I didn't even know what a screen printer was. This is a screen.
I've been dying to try this. Yeah.
Yeah, screen printing is really fun.
Yeah.
Template. You make a template.
Now, do you
just
sell them?
We just make a template from paper or from plastic, and we print it out and cut it out, and it's really probably very, I don't know what the word is. We have no idea what we're doing still. But anyway.
As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Just for yourself, or do you sell them, or you make them just for yourself?
So the screen printing ones we just make for ourselves because they're so homemade feeling, and there's always goofs on them. But Tori does design for Redbubble. We have a site for Redbubble where she has.
You should give me that link. Give me that link. I'm not popping this up.
That are like design stuff. Like this is one of them on Redbubble. It's AT's Sunrise.
Just keep it up.
And this is a sunrise. If you can't tell, the letters make a sunrise.
Gorgeous. I love it.
So that's on the Redbubble. But then I also have a Teespring, which has a theme of like the silhouettes.
We gave Frankie a picture of the silhouettes.
Yeah, like the silhouette designs.
So that's on Teespring. So she has a couple of those.
Right, so
he does all the designs for that.
Here you go. So these are your silhouettes.
Those are the silhouettes. Yeah.
I have that shirt. I have that cherry bomb shirt. You gave me that shirt. Yes, I got the red one.
And then
I love it. And my kids love it too. I wear it to school, and the kids comment on it.
So here's some examples. These are nice.
So these are some of the screen printing ones, and we just grab the logos for a lot of them, and then we started thinking, okay, what else can we do? And I've done some, after concerts when they're wearing their concert T-shirts, I've copied those designs.
Oh, yeah.
Like this one, I did this one on a sweatshirt. This is the NCT. After we watched this on NCT Beyond Live.
Yeah.
And don't you? Oh, the Shiny World one. Yeah.
I like to do album covers.
Album covers, yes. Show your album cover.
So, like the one I'm wearing right now is a Donkey's album cover, and then this is a TXT album cover.
I need that one. I need that one.
All the little imperfections of the screen printing, they're not lined up perfectly, but I think it looks nice.
Good. Cool.
And then this is kind of an album cover. This is the one I've gotten the most comments on when I've worn it out in the wild. I love that. People recognize that. Don't you have another album cover?
Oh yeah. Here's another album cover.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I love it.
Actually, I got that album. Yes.
And then
so make sure you give me your link for these your Redbubble shop and stuff. So I can
we will
put it down in the comments. Yeah.
This is really simple one, but I just wanted something to wear to Eric.
Eric.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
We started doing things like that. So we have like we said, album covers, logos, lyrics. But I feel like we can't sell them because I'm not sure like what the copyright issues are.
The legality.
Yeah. You need to change it.
If you're gonna
sell
those ones we just do for fun and do for people and whatever. And
I mean,
then
if you
our
take,
other-
I think if you take photos and then make them into cartoons and stuff like that, you can use
Really?
because they're changed enough. Yeah.
With my
yeah, the
Yeah.
her silhouette. When she does the silhouettes, she grabs
I
like
take
a
screenshot
pose.
of the music of the
Oh.
dance.
Yeah, you're allowed. You can do that because it's changed enough. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're great. I
Anyway,
really,
so that's that.
yeah.
And then our other one, I think a lot of people do is just make the little pony bee bracelets, you know.
Oh yes, let me show
And-
those.
Yeah.
Somebody, when we went to one of our first concerts, BTS Wings concert, somebody we were going with brought all of us a bracelet that day, and we loved it so much we didn't take it off for like, I don't know, probably a year and a half. We didn't take
Oh
that
my god!
bracelet. And then we were like, you know what, this is so easy, we can make it. So now every time we go to a concert, we have to make sure we have a bracelet that has our bias's name on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so these are just a couple of them here in the
That's
pictures.
such a nice
So
idea.
they're so
Mhm.
easy
Oh, I really
and
like
so
that.
fun,
Yeah.
and it's just something anybody can do. Like, you don't have to have any kind of a crafty bone in your body to.
No, well, I've got a
thread
box
it.
of beads. I've got a box of
Yeah.
beads, nothing with it. It's just
So-
sitting there in the garage. So that's given me an idea now.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
thanks for that.
really fun. And then you kept talking about hobbies, and I'm like, well, my biggest hobby is editing videos for the YouTube channel.
YouTube,
Obviously.
yes.
That's what I spend like all my time doing. So I guess I
K-pop
should throw that
converters.
out and say,
Yeah, and there is also
my
a
thing.
link to their channel is actually always in our description of all our videos, so you can scroll down there and have a look at all the socials for K-pop converters as well. Thank you.
Okay. We'll send you the links
Okay.
to the little stores later.
Yes, we'll put them down in the description as well. Okay, Amanda.
So a lot like Natalia, like others, I crafting all my life, doing crafty stuff. Just I used to cross stitch a ton, and and then like one time I was on the plane and I was trying to like cross stitch this really elaborate, pattern with beads and everything, and like with the pattern sitting on my lap and trying to juggle it all, and I was like, man, if I could knit, my life would be so much easier right now, right? And so I was telling my mom that, and she bought me and my sisters all like knitting lessons for Christmas that year. So then knitting became my thing because it's a lot easier. You just need a ball and 2 sticks and you go, right? Like it travels a lot easier. Like I knit yarn, but I also knit wire and make jewelry, and much like being a multi K-pop wise, I'm kind of a multi fandom wise. So like I haven't done a whole lot of K-pop itself, but I think I sent you a collage there of like a bunch of the different crafts that I've done for different things. So like roller derby, I was in roller derby. I did some painting. I, knit little Star Wars stuff.
Great.
There's some Star Trek stuff, some Star Wars stuff, some Marvel stuff. Up in the top corner, there's like a TARDIS shawl that I did. In the bottom left corner is also Doctor Who. It's like my 2 hearts TARDIS necklace, And then in the center at the bottom, it's not really obvious, but it's a Loki inspired like scarf. Like he wears that scarf, and then but it's also got like his colors of his, and then the little earrings at the side are like lightning storm in space. They were inspired by this more recent Star Trek movies.
Wow.
So
I love them all.
I did paint at one point. I painted a sort of silhouette picture of like Namjoon from his Do You video with the cockatoo hair and the like, and it was just sort of like expanding silhouettes and grays and stuff. But I put it in the county fair to like fill up wall space for my dad because he's like helps organize. And then I forgot that I had done that. So hopefully it's not in a landfill somewhere. Hopefully some army saw it and was like, hey, I know what that is, and like took it home and is really happy about it. I'm, hopefully.
Tell us about this. Well. Tell us about this.
Okay, so that was my first like K-drama, K-pop inspired like if you watched Goblin, it was one of my first dramas, like, and the first one that I kind of started connecting with people on Twitter over, and like K-drama Twitter, and she wears this giant, thick, bright red scarf. It's a whole thing, and it's everywhere, like through the whole drama. So I was like, I can do that. So I knit a big old scarf. I knit a lot of scarves while I watch K-dramas because like you don't need to like it's just repetitive, right? So
Yep.
But I don't wear scarves, so I have a lot of scarves. So, thankfully,
My
our
poor
county
kids
fair
put on my when
has,
I used to knit.
our county fair added these like charity like knitting categories, so all those scarves get dropped into the charity knitting bin at the end, and they take them out for like the homeless and stuff in the winter. So that's great. It's, you know, and this is what I'm working on right now. So I'm working on a cowl that's inspired by Wanho's ridiculous little crocheted shirt. So kind of like bric-a-brac thing going on, little seashell-y shapes, and
gorgeous.
You know, so it's getting
so
there.
Awesome.
It's so pretty.
It's gonna go around. It's almost done, so that'll be a nice, you know. And I didn't have any yellow. I had to go find that, but everything else was out of my stash.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to like use up. I've got bins and bins of yarn, and I'm like, I gotta use this. But then, so I'll like find a pickle yarn out, and I'll be like, okay, which fandom has these colors? And then like nobody does, or, you know, and I'm like,
never.
Like, you know, it never works out right. But I tend to like do things like that where it's like inspired by something as opposed to, you know, like trying to. I've seen a few things where like sometimes there are really gorgeous like scarves or sweaters or something in a drama or in a music video, and I'm like, I need to figure out how to do that. I am not there. I cannot design my own stuff. I'm like, man, I wish.
I mean, but that scarf
like,
looks really good. Like it's really pretty.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
okay.
Thank you. Mostly.
Thank you. I find knitting so hard. I just can't get the tension right. I always end up. I think that's the hardest part of knitting is keeping the tension.
I have to go down like massively in my. I'm so loose with my stitches.
I just end up using that really fat, fluffy. You know that fat, fluffy wool or something. I made the kids scarves for school, and that was just using that. So that covers up all your mistakes when you get the fluffy yarn. But also that's why I did crochet. I find crocheting a bit easier.
Oh my god, Jigglypuff.
So cute.
Yeah, show us again.
This is the biggest thing I've made so far.
I love it.
It's gigantic.
It's gorgeous.
And I have.
Look at more.
See if I can reach him.
Careful.
There's going to be a landslide of stuff. Things.
Oh, wow.
I have that one.
That's gorgeous.
Look at the blue one.
It's too cute. Snaky.
Oh my God.
Nearly didn't get those in.
So pretty.
So cute.
All right. Now, as I said at the start of the show, not all of the hobbies are actually crafts. Some of them are actually different kinds of hobbies. So like for me, it's YouTube. Sui, it's got a YouTube as a hobby. And Kirsty, we did actually speak about your hobby at the start, but tell us about your hobby. You've got your Outspoken Artistry YouTube channel where you cover events, you do unboxings and stuff like that. Tell us about your K-pop hobbies.
Okay, so I wish I had the talent you all have of crafting, because I do not whatsoever. But like hobbies, when it comes to K-pop, well, back home, I used to like help organize and host events, like get-togethers for like the K-pop community. Also, we did a couple of them for like the K-drama community as well. And yeah, it was just organizing, hosting, taking pictures, doing videos, anything to like promote the events. And just to bring everybody together, because there was a time where we all thought we were just alone in this island, and then everybody just got together and we kept doing events and things like that, or like volunteering for like when groups used to come to the island, and we would do like projects and things like that just to support them, or just to do like surprise projects during the banners that we do in concerts and things like that. Yeah, that's mostly what I used to do back home. Additional, obviously, the blogging, where I used to just showcase my photography of the events and the videos, and then my YouTube channel, which is basically like a big diary of my experience being a Hallyu fan for these 13 years. So I do a little bit of everything.
You started a new series, I think, reading some 80s stuff.
Yes. Okay. So I have a BookTube channel and a Hallyu channel, and so I've always wanted to do content bringing both of them together. And so my newest series is just reading the diary notes from the 80s lore, because 80s has this big, gigantic, confusing story, but a lot of people don't know that their story is actually written in their diary versions of their albums. And so it could get confusing just going by the music videos. So I wanted to just sit down and read the diary notes to get just an idea of what is being presented in the music videos or what's to come. So yeah,
I thought you were about to tell me that you have like an incredible YouTube channel where you read like fan fiction, and I was about to be like, tell me more.
I do have a video about how
don't
I
write
started
K-pop fan fiction, okay?
Natalia, that's something you might be wanting to do, is it?
Well, there are people who do that. I think that they read fan fiction. I have a fan fiction video, but it was just me talking about how I got into it.
Only
yeah.
or something.
Why did you say my name? What happened?
No, nobody said your name. Only fans where you read K-pop smart. Yeah, that'd be great.
Natalia used to do ASMR, like
I used to do. I called it KSMR, where I would look up like just the nastiest tweets.
Oh my god!
About like. And then I would have like an album, like for example, there was like Becky's first album, and then I would like do an ASMR unboxing, but then it would be interspersed with me like whispering just absolutely unhinged.
Oh my
tweets.
god! You've sort of crossed over into a new series that I
got more wholesome,
Oh dear!
yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you got more.
I feel like I should do it again, but like it's been a while.
I think you should.
ASMR
That would be really funny.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
revival.
Here, my justification was people are putting this. None of them were my tweets. Like people were publicly hashtagging these tweets.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I didn't put anyone on blast. I didn't put their usernames or anything.
Mhm.
Like I'm real cool about it.
Right. Well, look, we are gonna wrap it up. Thanks very much to the ladies for bringing in all your stuff. I'm really jealous. I used to have so much time to do crafts. My craft is actually I do cross stitch, and I've done. I just haven't done any K-pop. I did a whole series of flower fairies for my child. For her room, but then we sold the house and they were never framed. So I've decided there's about 8 of them, different, like the cornflower fairy, the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to leave them maybe for grandchildren. I don't know if I get any at some stage. Not just yet, Alex. Thanks very much. And I also do handmade bears out of synthetic fur and with glass eyes, with movable limbs and stuff like that. So I guess I could do bears like that are actually K-pop idols. Bears. Oh, I don't know. But they take so long because you
have interchanging hair for comebacks. That's pink. No,
like those goose with seasonal clothing.
Blonde.
Oh well, look, I do slime. I was going to make some slime today. I know that sounds weird, but I was actually going to do some K-pop inspired slime. I still might do a show of me making K-pop inspired slime. I know it sounds weird. You wait till you see it. It's going to be there'll be like 3 people watching.
Slime content very popular on the internet, I hear.
I know. Well, I'll have to. I do have a secret slime channel, but I'll tell you what it is when I haven't started it yet.
Secret. No,
Named it.
we all know what your secret channel is, Frank. Nice try.
So next week we have on the show. Look, I know you've all been waiting for it. Next week we are recasting. Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's going to be a mess. A few of you are going to be there. I think Talia.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'll
Tina's
be
going to
there.
be there. Yeah, who else is? Anyone else from?
I want to see all the different.
I just want to watch the madness from the sideline.
It's going to be. You know what? I better get busy with my photoshopping, so we better go.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to everyone. It's going to take me.
That's part.
There's only 4 people doing the show because seriously, I'm okay. Look, thanks guys. Don't forget everyone's socials and links to everything is down in the description. Kirsty's YouTube channel is down in the description. They're down there every week, so you don't have to miss them. And we will see you next week for our Rocky Horror Picture Show. Let's go.